There we go. Okay, let's start over. Welcome everyone. So today we're here for a pop-up Q&A where you get to ask questions and get a brief lasered clearing on what's going on for you. I'll look at what's going on for you. But while we're waiting for people to show up, I wanted to share something that's come down the pike. It's a divine download for sure. You'll know what I mean when I show you how the numbers lay out for this program. So we're still nailing down the title, and but this is going to be the next program where we do a daily meta clearing. Right now, we're in the midst of the a 33-day program. We're in the last 11 days. So this last one was in 3 sections, and so Pure Source has downloaded this new program. And, right now we're headed towards 1221, the solstice, which is also the convergence. It is the actual birth of this incoming golden age. Whether we like it or not, whether we believe it or not, it's happening. And we can all feel the momentum of this building and building as everybody is getting more and more rattled maybe about what's going on the planet, and lots of things getting stirred up for everybody just in their own lives. The thing that we're going to be doing is keep in mind the numbers. So this is really important, the numbers here. So we have 1221. So this is all about the numbers 1 and the numbers 2. So 1 relates to how our thoughts create our reality. We all know that what we think about the most often for the longest duration is what we manifest, is what we create, and with the most intensity. And so where does the powers that be have most people thinking very intensely with their thoughts? This is why they're creating more and more chaos. So we really need the kryptonite and antidote for this oppressive power. And so this is what Spirit has revealed to me, is that we all know that the antidote is love. And so this program, this is going to be 27 days. So 27 is the number 9. That's all about beginnings and endings. So this whole program is deeply encoded with numbers and the frequency of those numbers. So we are going to be starting, as has been instructed, on 111, and it's going to go until 211. So we're taking Sundays off, and this is just how the math works out. Now, I wasn't smart enough to figure all this out. This is definitely not my creation. So it's going to be in 3 phases, just like the one we are currently in. There's the phase of clearing, where we spend a lot of time clearing out all the energies. And then we're going to be planting seeds. And then we're going to spend that final phase of manifesting. And so Spirit has directed that this program is designed to help us get ready for one of the most emotionally charged holidays on the planet that relate to love, and that's Valentine's Day. So we are going to spend 27 days reprogramming all of this distortions around love, relationships, and so that we can manifest something so much different that is happening on the planet. We need more and more people in this high vibration of aligned love, not the low vibration of the Hawkins scale that was only at 500. So we're elevating love. Spirit has brought in all new waves of high vibrational, unconditional love, so that we can raise the vibration on the planet, not only for the whole planet, but each of us individually can manifest what we are, where we're vibrating. So some of you might be looking at just increasing and amplifying more self-generated love. And others of you are wanting to improve the relationships that you're already in. And then there's a whole nother group of you that want to bring in a loving relationship into your life. So that's the focus of this program, is helping to prepare us for, I'm calling it the Valentine reconfiguration. So we're reconfiguring all of the beliefs around Valentine's Day. You know, it leaves so many people feeling triggered and all these expectations, and maybe it makes you, leaves you feeling more at a loss for love in your life. And so we're going to be changing all of that really powerful over 27 days. But listen to how this lines up with the dates. The first phase is from 111 to 121. So these are all ones and twos. And then the second phase is from 122 to 21. The third phase is from 22 to 21. Now, I could not have figured that out on my own. Each phase is 9 days, so 3 sections of 9 days, all about beginnings and endings. And we take Sundays off. So I couldn't have figured that out on my own. And so Spirit is guiding us that we're going to be doing this for 22 minutes every day. Right now, I said we were going to do it for 20 minutes every day. We've been stretching it out to 30. But Spirit says, like, this is all about numbers. You know, numbers have a really high vibration. And the twos, the seeds you are planting are beginning to grow. The seeds that you're going to plant in this program are going to be massively amplified by all of these energies, by the energy of the winter solstice and this convergence that's going to be helping to amplify that. It's a great way to start the energy for the new year. It's going to be starting on a Monday at 8 a.m., which is all vibrationally aligned to just like, let's get going into this new year. So I can't wait to get this started. And of course, it's the same price it is now, $222. So it's all numerically aligned for everything that you want to create as in regards to love. So I can't wait for that to happen. And so I'm going to be preparing your luck for this event for Valentine's. And if you remember what Lucius Seneca said, he said that love is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. So we're going to be preparing for 27 days. So I can't wait to roll that out. And so let's see who's here today. Hello, Adriana. Great having you here. Well, we don't have our Instagram crowd today. Just FYI, I have been banned there temporarily, I presume. I'm waiting for all the reasons that they're saying that we've been banned there. And so I have no idea. But Facebook is a sister cousin of Instagram, so this could be writing on the wall. So having said that, really important, not only for myself, but for all of you who rely on these platforms for our businesses, for our connections with people, is to start building a network of emails so that you can stay in contact with your clients and also your closest network, all of their phone numbers. There's lots of reports coming out about how the internet may be shutting down for 3 days or 10 days or who knows how long. At any rate, this is designed to show you who's in charge, right? So get phone numbers of those who are closest to you and start creating those networks. Super important because we have no idea what these people are up to. And you know that they are, they're angry and they are intent on continuing to control humanity. That's what all of this is about. So I'm going to be careful not to use those trigger words, the C word, the V word. So, okay, let's see who's here and what questions you've already posted so we can get on board with answering your questions. And hey, Linda, great to have you here from Australia. And oh, so yeah, so if you can post where you're from, that's always really helpful. We have people from Africa and Canada, and we're almost in London, and a lot of people from India starting to show up. So awesome having you all here. Do you have numbers on how upcoming V word, that V word, how they vibe. Yes, I've already measured that a long time ago, 250, which is at the bottom of my scale. So I'm not going to talk a lot about that because I don't want to get banned on this platform. So we're going to do a lot of talking between the lines, and um, keeping that in mind, it's really helpful if you do not post angry emojis, sad emojis. Those are all triggers for the police on this place. So yeah, do lots of hearts and high fives and all that stuff would be awesome. Okay, let's see what questions we have. Yes, it is an awesome download. Can you heal my energetic sponginess inner child default defenses? Not quite sure what that means, but let's look at your inner child, see. So the thing that I like to do, hey Dee, so she's also in Australia, is put up an avatar. So when I talk about that, and a lot of these terms, if you don't know what I'm talking about, instead of me having to explain everything as I go along, it's so much easier if you can just get my book, and then you'll know all of the foundational stuff that I'm referring to. You can get it on Amazon, or it's also available in paperback. But either way, I want to spend more time going further, farther, faster without having to spend a lot of time explaining stuff. So we are gonna, when I talk about putting up an avatar, I'll just let you know that this is putting an image of a person standing out in front of you. And this image is going to represent different things. So for Z, it's going to represent her inner child. So we're going to run energy through it just like we do with ourselves, that 20-minute meditation process. We're going to do that for her inner child. And so once you're clear here, then you do it on the avatar and you see all new energies. It's really fascinating the way this thing works. So if we put up an avatar for Z's inner child that is grounded, it's got good energy coming up through the legs. It does have a worry circle, however, at the third layer. So that's that fear of stepping into her power. So we're going to pull that energy in so her inner child feels safer to grow up and turn into a powerful woman. You have these parts of each of ourselves. And then as we bring pure source down through her creative rings, which is what you create with, let's see, 7, 6, 5. So right at the heart, this would create a lot of defenses out to that third layer where your heart feels powerless. And so this is going to create a lot of self-judgments. It's also going to create the energy of needing to prove your worth and value. So let's pull all those judgments in at the heart so that you can start, this inner child can start learning how to activate more of that self-generate love. This is really important thing to be able to do. So as we pull that in, great, 3, 2. And then as it's coming up the front, it also stops at the heart. And so makes me want to check for some other things. So there's a fear entity in this avatar, Z. And this fear entity goes out to that third layer. So this is the energy that we were clearing. And this fear entity is making this little girl. So let's get the age of this child as well. 5. So at the age of 5, there's a lot of energy where this fear entity is putting in the energy of being afraid to open her heart, being afraid to even like all these distortions around love got created. So let's pull this fear entity out so that she can start accessing more of that self-generated love. So we're going to pull this up into the throat where it goes out to that third layer. So let's pull that in, up into that sixth chakra, out to the third layer. So this all relates to power, right? Third layer relates to the solar plexus, all about power. So these are the beliefs that started to get created then, that you have no power. There's other people that have more power than you, and that's what they're going to do. And you can see how this is continuing to play out in your life, where there's a lot of emphasis on how the 1% are sort of after you, oppressing you. And so this is another piece of that. Okay, great. Pull this up into the crown. Let's also go out to the third layer so that your inner child can start accessing more of her personal permission. So let's pull that in there. And okay, good. Up and out of the crown. And then that third layer of the aura, especially where there's more of that powerless energy. 3. Okay, that's good. And then the circle of reciprocity, out the right arm, in the left. So that looks good through all of those upper chakras. So give us an idea of how that's helping. I know this works, but there's a lot of people here that this is new to them. So if you can give some feedback about how this may change how you're feeling in your body, that's really helpful. All right, let's see. Toril has, I have stiff neck since 10 years. Have arthritis in my left shoulder and wrist and both my knees, and a lot of pain. So there's a lot of inflammation in your body, Toril. So I'm not a doctor, just so you know. So anything that you, all the questions that you ask that are related to physical ailments, I'm giving you my energetic perspective and my energetic viewpoint. So I'm not a doctor, just so you know. Also, feet are inflamed and very painful. Knees and feet are affected a couple weeks. Okay, so arthritis, shoulder, wrist, and knees. So so the first thing that I'm drawn to check is the vibration, like how much anger you have in your energy field. Yeah, so that's at 100%. So inflammation, any itis is an inflammation. The word itis, that means inflammation. So this, all of this anger that you're running through your energy field, this is how it's affecting you in your physical body. So, and the other thing I want to check is how much you're in your body. Like you might not even know how much anger you have in your body. You're in your body, yeah, you're only in your body 15%. So you're not at home and available to even know that this is because it's so painful. It's easier to leave the body than it is to create the solution for this. So this anger is what the 1% feed on. And this is how they, why they keep us in this elevated states of anger and fear, to feed you. To feed them. You are feeding them. So let's find where this anger is, and let's release that. So the first place is right here where your beliefs, right in that sixth chakra, all the way out to the 15th layer. So the 15th layer is where the 1% live in our energy field. So they are using you as one of the people that they're feeding off of. Like they're become a parasite to you, and they don't care if it causes pain. They don't care if it kills you. So let's pull all of these angry beliefs out of your sixth chakra. And there may be others of you who are also have a lot of anger running through your energy field. So this is also going to help you with your anger. Just tap into the energy that's being transmitted here. Okay, and then in the heart, out to that third layer. So this might be the theme for the day, is a lot of self-judgments in the heart this is all part of that 1% energy. They want you to feel like it's all your fault that you're struggling. And then you also engage the energy that they also, these are all programs that they also put in our energy field that says, you need to work harder to solve your problems. And that's the solution. Just work harder and harder and harder. And so that's not the solution. The solution is getting the 1% out of our energy field and releasing all the energies that they're using to try and feed themselves. Okay, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Also down in the root, there's more anger out to that third layer. So you're using anger as a way to feel safe and not sustainable. It doesn't allow us to step into our true power, which is right in our solar plexus. So when we're grounded and we can drop down into our heart where we express our heartfelt voice, then it's less likely that we're even going to be angry because we have a voice. We speak up, we speak our truth. And so we'll feel more heard and understood. Okay, so let's see where the anger is now. And so she's in India. So thank you for joining us. And let's see where your anger is now, Toril. 15%. So I'd also like you to let us know if you're starting to feel calmer. Let's find where this last 15% is. There's still some in the root. So out to the second layer. So we pull in that worry circle that radiates around our root chakra. This is where there's more fear that doesn't allow you to feel safe to step into your power. So we're just going to drop that anger down the grounding. Anger. There's still some more there. So, and it's not quite letting go. So let's see. So you have a fear entity. This is what the 1% uses, these fear entities, as another way of controlling humanity. So there's one in your root chakra in that second layer that just keeps you in fear. So we're going to pull this fear entity into the core, and we're going to lift it up and out through that central core. As we lift it up into the second chakra, it goes out to that third layer where there's more rage. So let's pull that in. You can drop the rage down the grounding. So the good news is that all of this anger is not yours. That means it can be released. Let's pull this up into the solar plexus where it goes out to the third layer. So this is where you're using anger as your fuel source, not a sustainable way of operating. So let's pull this up into the heart, also out to that third layer. Let's pull this up into the throat. So here it goes all the way out to the 15th layer, where the 1% doesn't want to hear what you have to say. They're going to censor you on all these social platforms if you don't comply, if you don't say the right things, and if you try to share truth, they're going to silence you. So they don't want to hear what we have to say, right? However, I'll talk about something here in just a minute. Let's pull this up into the 6th chakra, out to that third layer. So these are the beliefs that keep all of this in place. And then into the crown, 3rd layer. I'm going to lift that up through the central core, sending this fear entity off planet. Whew. Let's see, where is fear now? So now fear is at 0. So let us know if you're feeling calmer, because you should be. And even though Toril is all the way in India, she's going to give us some feedback here. I'll let you know in just a minute. I'm going to go look for that. But while it's on my mind, I want to share something. There's a certain point, it's called the herd mentality, where they, like, say you have a herd of antelope on the Serengeti and they're just grazing away. There's a certain point where the whole herd will start to move in the direction of water. Like they're sending this telepathic message or whatever, and there's some kind of communication that's happening so that at some point they start to lead in the direction of water. Like once it passed that 50%, they start to go and get water, correct? And so once they start going, there's no turning back. They're going. The herd is going to get water, and you're not going to stop the herd, right? This is the same thing that's happening on the planet. You cannot unwake people once they've woken up. The majority of people have woken up. Beyond the majority, the herd is moving in the direction now. There's no stopping it. And there's going to be, as a result, a lot of people that are maybe complaining about the direction we're going, or they're afraid, like they don't know where we're going, and they're not awake enough to know what's happening. So, because these platforms are being censored and truth is being censored, this is just another way that they're trying to control the masses. However, they cannot unwake the people that have already woken up. It doesn't matter, like me, it doesn't matter what they say on here. I know it's true, right? You cannot unwake me. You would never be able to make me go in the other direction. It's just not going to happen. And so this is what's happening with humanity. Woken up, waking up, it's happening. And more people are waking up. So in spite of what they say on here and on the news and whatever, it's happening. So that should give you comfort in knowing that this convergence that's happening on 12/21 is the actual birth of the golden age. We've been moving towards this. Now all the stars are going to be aligned. Everything's aligned. We're going. And so everything that's not aligned with this convergence, with this golden age, with this incoming thing that we've been talking about for years, can't stop it. It's happening. So either get on board, listen, stay in these high vibrations. And so this is why I've been coming on as long as I'm able to teach you how to do this. And so that's also the reason this book why Spirit has guided me to write this book, so that you can have a tangible thing that will teach you how to do what we do here, so that whatever happens to me, you can still have this process to help yourselves. So let's keep going here. Let's see what else we have. Oh, let me clean these a little bit so I can see what's going on. And we'll see what else we have going on here. Hi, Bobby from Sonoma. Nice to have you here. Sherry, this is your first time here. Well, welcome, Sherry. This is my first year with sinus and allergy issues. What's energetically causing this? So the sinuses and all through the sinus cavity, this is where our telepaths are. So our telepaths are a way of communicating with each other. And as the frequencies raise, and as the veils are getting thinner, as we're moving more and more in this direction of the golden age, we're becoming more and more aware of our capacities. So the ability to telepath, this is a way of communicating that we have forgotten about. This amnesia that has been created has helped us to forget our ability to communicate without words. So as more and more people are being affected in their sinuses, it's a result of all of the congestion that has been in our telepaths, has been in those energy centers, or at the part of our telepaths that it's like they're waking up. So let's do a telepath energy clearing. I've not done this on Facebook before, but let's just see what happens. So we're going to, so like starting right at the sixth chakra, which is where our pineal gland lives. This is the master gland that helps us to see and to know our truth. This is why fluoride in the water, all the confusion. This is a big place where the 1% live so that they can confuse you and then you don't know what to think because they're in here. So let's start at that sixth chakra. And we're going to just start clearing these telepaths through your sinuses and your forehead and all down through the face. And it's just going to drain down through your lymphatic system. And then it will just be released through your energy channels and through your your organs of elimination. Lymphatic feeds into, it's an organ of elimination. So we're just going to drain these sinuses and clearing your telepath. So a lot of energy around the ears. Out to the 15th layer. Let's pull that 1% out of our ears because that's all we can hear, right? It's just like it's deafening. Everywhere you turn, you can't not hear them. So let's pull this energy. We're pulling it into the core and let's pull it up so we can send their energy off planet. There we go. So this will help you. That's looking a lot better. Great. Okay, good. And so as the energy comes down to about your mouth, there's a lot of energy there. So if you've also, like your voice, your message doesn't feel very heard or understood, that's another thing that could be showing up for you as well. So see if that doesn't help. Report back to us and give us some feedback about that would be really helpful. Okay, let's see what else we have. Z, you're so welcome. Troll, she does feel better. So this is the woman in India that we were releasing all of her anger. Lots of movement and twitches in her body all the way in India because this is energetic. This is the wave of the future. Roma has posted the program, so if you want to take a look at it, you can see everything that's involved. You can start signing up now, as a matter of fact. And, so this is what's going to happen when pure source is channeling through us for 27 days. We're going to amplify the love. And there's 2 bonus programs in there that you can have access to immediately so that you'll have between now and the 11th to practice these tools that are going to be part of this program. So super valuable. So the energy that is on the planet right now, very intense, right? So you can all feel the intensity of the energies that are coming in. And a lot of things are happening. Our spiritual gifts that we have had amnesia to, that we've forgotten about, are starting to get amplified. And so for some of you, that's getting a little scary. Like, for one of the things that happens to me a lot is there'll be this sound in my ear that it's like the ear will get plugged for a minute with this really high vibrational sound that is in the ear. This is a spirit guide. And if you're wondering or if you get scared of it, just ask, is this pure source energy? And if you get anything less than an immediate yes, then ignore it. But so when that happens, I get a little, it's like I lean a little closer. Okay, what is spirit telling me? What do you have a message? Why are you here? What's going on? And the last time this happened, it almost brought me to tears because they were just telling me, and just a reminder that, I'm doing a really good job and that I'm on my path and that, they're just reminding me that they're here supporting me. So when that's one thing is you're going to be getting more and more messages that you need to start paying attention to. One of the things I'm going to do here is to clear the dream space for you, those of you who are on now and listening into the future, because a lot of you are starting to have scary dreams, nightmares, because the astral plane where we go to at night in our dream space is where we process a lot of the energies that we experience in the day. And so if we're feeling overwhelmed in our day to day, our night is not going to be any different. We're going to feel overwhelmed, afraid, and it's not going to be a fun place. So let's put up an avatar for that dream space so that when you go to sleep at night, you can wake up feeling refreshed and maybe have some fun adventures instead of nightmares. So let's imagine this person sitting out in front of you, and it's going to represent your dream space. So it's not grounded. This is why I listen to my intuition. It tells me what to do. And so we're going to get a grounding cord on your dream space. This nighttime astral plane avatar. Okay, great. And we're going to set that on release. And we're going to bring the earth energy up through the legs of the avatar so it really feels grounded when you go to sleep at night. Let's go out to the third layer. We're going to pull in that worry circle where you can let go of all the worries and fears and anxieties that you experience when you go to sleep at night. It's going to drop all that down the grounding. Okay, good. And so this is why it's helpful to come here, because there's a lot of people talking about what to do. Do this, get in a higher vibration, stop thinking about this, meditate more, or whatever. But it doesn't actually, though, saying that doesn't clear anything. So by coming here and doing, listening to this over and over, listening to past videos, this is all helping you release the literal energies that are causing the problems. So that's why what we're doing here is way different than a lot of other people are doing. So as we bring pure source down through your creative rings, the creative rings that you are using to create your dream space, plant in these creative rings what you want to experience on your dream space, in your dream space. Maybe it's, more fun adventures. Maybe it's meeting some people that will give you the information that you need in your day-to-day life. Maybe you're looking for some answers. Maybe you just want to wake up refreshed and not be scared. Whatever you want to intend for this space where you go to sleep at night and you dream, then put it up here in these rings. Okay, good. As the energy's coming down through the crown, 6, it's stopping right at that 6th chakra. So the beliefs that maybe you have a belief that you can't control your dreams, or that you have no power in the space, you just go to sleep and whatever happens is what happens. This is how we control the dream space, is first by setting the energy that it's at a high vibration. And all of these energies that are causing you to be fearful are removed. Okay, good. So you just send that down the grounding, those beliefs that you're powerless in this space. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. So right at the solar plexus, out to the 3rd layer. So that's the energy that, like, you're powerless. And so this is why so many people take sleeping pills to go to sleep, is because they just want to be out, and because they feel so powerless. So we're going to drop all that powerless energy down the grounding. Okay, great. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, great. It's going all the way down. Now let's mix the earth energy and pure source coming down the backside. We're going to bring it up the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's stopping right at the throat. Have you ever had those dreams where you nobody can hear you, you scream and nobody can hear you. That's this energy right here. So let's pull in this powerless voice, so that powerless energy from the third layer. Okay, great. Just going to send that down the grounding. And if anyone else has a question, I'll answer that or we'll look at something when we're done with this. So as that's coming up through the solar plexus and the heart and the throat and the sixth and the crown, it's going to fountain down through all the layers of the aura. And then we're going to clear the 15th layer. So that relates to the 1%. So the 1% is in your dream space. Let's start at the bottom, and we're going to I just muted, so I don't know, maybe I better not do that. Hoping to silence all the sounds on this thing. So we're going to clear the 15th layer. We're going to start at the bottom. We're going to lift this 1% out of this 15th layer where they live in your energy field and here in the energy field of the dream space. Okay, great. Okay, so the rest of the aura is clear. Let's clear the circle of reciprocity, the upper 4 chakras, that energy as it comes out that right arm. So it's stopped right at the shoulder. So you want to be able to not only give, you want to be able to receive in this dream space, but you also want to be able to give of your energies. So we're just going to bring that out the right arm. Okay, good. And then we join those fingertips together of the avatar. We're going to bring that energy in the left hand. So it stops right at the wrist. So it's going to be hard to receive what you desire that you've planted in your rings if your receiving channel is blocked. So that's coming up to the elbow. Let's bring it up through the shoulder, down through the front and back of the heart and the throat and the sixth and the crown and the rings. Excellent. All right, so that dream space looks a lot clearer, and so less chance of you feeling anxiety or stressed out when you go to sleep at night. Thank you, Roma. Let's see what else. We have some things going on here. The painting behind me. So she's commenting on that. This is me broadcasting to the ethers. Yeah, it's a great picture. So it's setting the tone for being able to have a powerful voice today. She's an artist too and haven't painted in years. Can we do an energy opening? Would love to launch some of my art. Well, great. I would love to. Yes, Talpa. So this would be your creative channels. So this is, if we put up an avatar well, first let me check a couple things. So one, you create in your second chakra, right? This is where all of our creative energy lives. That's the main energy in the second chakra. Sexual energy will help to amplify that, and emotional energy will diminish it. So let's see where your second chakra is. Like, how much is it functioning? Right now, it's at 50%. So let's open the second chakra so you can have more of that creative energy flowing. And let's go out to the third layer. We're going to pull that creative energy into the core. And we're just going to drop that down the grounding. Excellent. There's other artists on this platform as well. Okay, great. So now your creative energy is at 100%. So this would be a great energy now to run through your circle of reciprocity as you give of your creations, your creative energy, and your art out into the world, and then allow yourself to receive all the benefits of bringing your gift out into the world. So now that circle is flowing through the heart and throat and sixth and crown and through all of your rings. And if you were to put up an avatar for your painting space, and using this painting space to sell your artwork, let's do that. So that avatar doesn't have a grounding cord. So let's give it a grounding cord. So when you step into the space, what will probably start to happen is more inspiration will come to you around doing artwork because we're clearing the spaces. And so you'll get that inspiration to do artwork. And now it'll feel like more inspiring because we're clearing the space to do that. Let's go out to the third layer and pull in that worry circle so that there's no worries about this. Like art, it should be fun, right? It's creating. It's not like hard work. It's something that you create, which is a fun energy. Okay, good. Let's bring pure source down through your ring. So all the things that you want to create and the energy you want to create it in. So probably a lot of fun and inspiration and having your artwork inspire others. Like that's kind of the whole point of having a gift. Like when we've been given a gift is that it inspires other people. It helps to transform their lives. So that when people, when they get your artwork, they're inspired by it. That's kind of the point of art, right? Is it inspires other people. And so that would be one of the intentions you would put in these rings. 7, 6, 5, 4. So as the energy comes down to the heart, it stops. And the energy goes all the way out to the 15th layer. So the 1% is in there trying to push down this heart energy. Remember, heart energy is kryptonite to the 1%. So that's one of the reasons why they don't support anything that's related to art, because that opens our hearts. And they don't want that. Whew. Okay, great. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's bring it up the front, that 50-50 mixture. 2. So it's stopping at the second chakra, out to the third layer. So in your art space, the power to create is kind of shut down, isn't it? So we're just going to drop that down the grounding. And, you know, what I'm doing here can apply to a lot of different businesses and energies that are out there. So you can apply it to this principle to a lot of different things. Okay, so as it's coming up through the second and the third, stopping right there, third layer, third chakra, it's like a big stop sign. That's why you're not doing your artwork. Okay, good. Whew, we're just going to drop that tar down your grounding. There we go. 4, 5, 6, 7, crown, rings, aura. Third layer, clearing more of the effort out of the space so that it's a fun, exciting place to go to. Okay, good. 3. The rest of the aura is clear, and then clear that circle of reciprocity. Good. So come back and let us know if you got inspired to do something, and maybe it would be beautiful if you could share your artwork on some of our platforms, and we'd love to see your work and support you. All right, Jalpa, thanks for joining us. Jalpa's also from India. And so Toral this is the one we did the anger clearing on. She's thanking me. Last week I connected only last 3 minutes. There was a cord around my neck. Let's see if you still have that cord. It's gone. Yeah. So good. Roma, you're a rock star, Kimberly. I love all the insights and clearings today. Yes, we're doing some new things. This is what I like to do because I'm paying attention to how spirit is guiding me. And so this is what happens. We get to try new things that I've never even done before. And so that's what's always exciting and inspiring. Okay, Jalpa, that says that was beautiful. She felt a lot of energy in her sacral. So this is exactly you're so welcome, Troll. And Jalpa, yes, this is exactly where that second chakra is. So this is real stuff that we're doing here. She can feel that all the way in India, all the way on the other side of the planet. And so this is real stuff happening in real time because we're breaking down this construct of time, right? We don't have to be in the same time zones anymore for things to happen. We can heal things from past lives because it's all happening simultaneously. All the timelines are like collapsing so that we could just be in the present moment operating. That's the only way we create any changes for the future. So exciting times that we're in. And if you're curious about the program, if you're showing up late, that we're going to be starting on January 11th. This is super powerful energies that are all relating to the convergence that we're going through on 12/21. So twos and ones are going to be really big. The thoughts that create what we think about the most is what's going to create our reality. Our thoughts create our reality. That's ones. Twos are the seeds you're planting are beginning to grow. Let's start thinking about what it is that you want to plant for this new year. It's going to be happening like that. In an instant, it'll be here. So don't be left behind. These energies are going to leave a lot of people behind, and it's just going to keep moving forward. So join us. I hope you'll be joining us. It's going to be super exciting. And I don't see any other questions, so we are going to call it a day. And join me on Friday for Friday's inspiration at 11:11, and we will be inspired to see what comes up then. All right, sending much love. Thank you all for joining me here today. Hopefully on Friday we will be back up on Instagram, but we shall see. Remains to be seen. Share your, if you want to do it as a private message to me, either your email or phone number. That's also a great way for me to continue to stay in touch with you. All right, sending much love, friends, and we'll see you Friday. Namaste.